How did these Robins do after leaving the nest? Let's find out. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be going blow for blow with Red Hood and Nightwing, two ex-wards of Bruce Wayne and past boy wonders, to see which has done better for themselves after striking out on their own. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Round 1. Ingenuity.
Damn.
Those are the heads of all your lieutenants. That took me 2 hours. You want to see what I can get done in a whole evening?
When you put yourself at odds with both the villains and vigilantes in Gotham City, you need to be 2 steps ahead at all times. And when he made his big comeback under the moniker of the Red Hood, Jason Todd proved that he could plan, scheme, and plot with the best of them. Armed with a diverse skill set and alternative, pessimistic views on the realities of crime in Gotham, he used his outside-the-box thinking and keen strategic mind to save the city by becoming its new crime lord. By consistently outwitting all parties involved, he managed to do this while simultaneously getting revenge against the heroes and villains who had previously wronged him.
You can't stop crime. That's what you never understood. I'm controlling it.
Here they are, his shipping schedules.
Good man.
Dick Grayson, the original Robin, is an inherently creative individual. You can see it in his fighting style. He continues to be defined by his trapeze artist past. As Batman's first ward and sidekick, Dick Grayson arguably got the best training Batman had to offer. As such, he is a skilled detective, just like his mentor. After striking out on his own as Nightwing, Dick has proven himself more than capable of solving crimes independently and, in keeping with his acrobatic past, thinking on his feet to stick an unlikely landing in even the trickiest of situations. Though Dick is indeed creative in his own right, his generally positive outlook and good nature hold him back from exploring his craftier side. After his fall into darkness, Jason Todd returned a bona fide criminal mastermind. Getting a leg up on Batman himself, that takes next level ingenuity. For that reason, we've got to give this round to Red Hood. Winner, Red Hood. Round 2. Intellect.
Hey! Protocol says I'm only supposed to be on the ground for 6 minutes!
It's okay, I won't be staying that long.
A creative mind and an intelligent mind are not always one and the same. In Jason Todd's case, however, he was undeniably blessed with both. Though it may not have shown during his tenure as the Boy Wonder, which he was defined first and foremost as a hothead, since striking out on his own, Jason has made it amply clear that he is in possession of a genius-level intellect much like his Bat family members. A weak mind couldn't possibly handle the sort of scientific and linguistic training Jason received from Batman, let alone the many complex concepts he's been able to master in the training he later undertook on his own.
You haven't lost your touch.
Like we said, anyone who joins Batman's inner circle must be blessed with genius-level intellect. Considering what the Dark Knight expects from his pupils, anyone with an IQ that was simply above average would surely fail to make the grade established by Bruce Wayne's nearly inhumanly high standards. Like Jason Todd, Dick Grayson is a multilinguist, a scientific and technologically skilled individual who, in the real world, would be considered a super genius. With his uncanny ability for detective work, he has even proved a competent replacement as Batman, and that's a mantle that requires serious intelligence.
I bet 50 grand that you were dead this time.
You lost.
This one is a really tight race. Perhaps we've simply had more opportunities to see Grayson work, but across their respective careers, it feels as if he's flexed his cognitive muscles in more obvious and bigger ways than Jason. Add to that his emotional and social intelligence, which make him such a great leader. It's almost too close to call, but Nightwing takes the round by a hair. Winner, Nightwing. Round 3. Adaptations.
Hard to forget that night, huh? In a way, Batman, this was the site of your first great failure. Maybe your greatest, but certainly not your last, right? Ah, memories.
There are few DC animated films that can hold a candle to the excellent 2010 movie, Batman Under the Red Hood, which wonderfully adapted the tale of Jason's return to Gotham and his reckoning with the man who killed him, the Joker, and the father who failed him, Batman. Voiced brilliantly by Jensen Ackles, this take on the Red Hood was every bit as sarcastic, brooding, vindictive, badass, and conflicted as you could have asked for. The film was mature and dealt with Batman's guilt over the loss of Jason Todd head-on. To say that it did Red Hood justice would be a serious understatement.
I'm talking about him. Just him. And doing it because he took me away from you.
I can't. I'm sorry. That is so sweet.
As the first and most recognizable Robin, Dick Grayson has gotten the sort of screen time that makes other DC comic book characters jealous. Even if we ignore the Robin appearances and limit ourselves to his Nightwing appearance, he boasts an impressive filmography. In both the new Batman Adventures and Batman the Brave and the Bold, Dick graduated to Nightwing and continued as a recurring or regular character. He appears in the aforementioned Under the Red Hood film, as well as many others including Batman Bad Blood and Batman vs. Robin, and even a central role in Batman and Harley Quinn.
See? That was fun, right?
Arguably, Jason Todd's movie Under the Red Hood is better than any of Nightwing's single roles in film or television. However, due to the sheer number of quality animated adaptations he's received, Nightwing takes this round too, and with it, the lead. Winner, Nightwing. Round 4, Origin. First introduced as a blonde-haired Dick Grayson knockoff, Todd was retconned as a homeless orphan caught stealing the tires off of the Batmobile in Crime Alley. After becoming an angry, rebellious Robin, he was brutally murdered in 1988 by the Joker, with a little help from reader vote-in. Flash forward to 2005, and an early Joker alias has returned, the Red Hood. Over the course of a thrilling story arc, we learn that Jason has been resurrected, and that, after training himself in the arts Batman would never approve of, he has returned to fix Gotham the way his mentor never could, and to force Batman to do what he has so long refused to do, kill the Joker. Chill-inducing, right?
I'd love to know what happened between you two.
Things change.
No kidding. You guys used to be the greatest. Batman and Robin, the dynamic duo.
Maybe you should ask him.
I did. And you'll never guess what he said. Things change.
After only a handful of heavy-hitting superheroes like Superman, Spider-Man, and Batman himself, Dick Grayson has arguably one of the best-known origin stories in comic book history. Not bad for a sidekick. As part of the Flying Graysons, a trapeze artist family, Dick had a relatively happy and fulfilling life until the day that his parents were killed under the order of mobster Tony Zuko. Drawn to the boy's similar sense of loss, Bruce Wayne takes him as his ward and sidekick. Unfortunately, being the adopted son of Batman isn't easy, and over the years, a strained relationship would result in Dick Grayson striking out on his own as Nightwing.
I never put on that costume again.
And you still haven't forgiven him?
Why should I?
It goes without saying, but Dick Grayson has a way better Robin origin story than Jason Todd. But in terms of their respective transition stories from Robin to Nightwing and Red Hood, Todd's makes for a much more thrilling read. Red Hood ties it up. Winner, Red Hood. Round 5, Skills.
He's been trained and trained well. Like right there. That. He sliced that cable off his ankle before it went taut. You don't just do that. That has to be practiced, learned.
Like we said, after finding his way back to the world of the living, Jason Todd took it upon himself to go on his very own Bruce Wayne-style world training quest, but with a twist. He specifically aimed to develop the sort of brutal criminal skill sets of which Batman would never approve. So in addition to the traditional Robin skill set, which include hand-to-hand combat, scientific and technological knowledge, detective skills, a mastery of melee weapons, etc., he's also an incredible marksman with firearms, a skilled explosives expert, and is talented in the arts of assassination and poisoning. In summary, he's someone you don't want to mess with.
Nail me and you'll electrocute both of us. Maybe that's what he has in mind.
We've said it before and we'll say it again. There are perks to being the first Robin to be taken under Batman's wing. Call it luck of the draw or credit it to a more dedicated training courtesy of Bruce, but Dick Grayson is widely considered to be the most gifted of all the Robins. On more than one occasion, it's been stated that he's certainly the most naturally gifted. His sharp mind helped him to quickly learn the various tools of the trade, and he proved incredibly adept at learning all forms of combat. What really sets him apart from his peers, however, is his background in acrobatics, in which he surpasses even Batman in ability. Honestly, both of these ex-Robins are to be commended for the skills they've acquired over the years. Each has diverse strengths, which make them stand out, but at the end of the day, Dick's base-level superior Robin skills, plus his acrobatic abilities, give him a slight edge over Jason's more weapon-dependent fighting style. And with that, Nightwing takes the win. Winner, Nightwing. It would seem that in this battle between the first and second Robin, the original ward remains the most successful. Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, is your winner.
Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.